Okay, this capacitor, I did bring it back up to 350 volts, and I was able to do that by limiting the current. I decided to put in a 6 kilo ohm resistor. I thought the power supply might have been laboring a little bit to keep the milliamps at 8 milliamps when you get up to such a high voltage. So I decided to put a limiting resistor in line in series with the negative in order to limit the current even before the power supply has to limit it. So I don't know why I got that there. Oh, that's right too. I was looking at different values, but that doesn't matter. So we know that a capacitor, when you charge a capacitor and discharge a capacitor, that it will regain some of the applied voltage. It will recover some of the voltage with the dielectric inside of the capacitor. So right now, I'm sure you must be able to see that. I don't know how well you can see it, but I've discharged this capacitor down to 21.5 microfarad or millivolts, going between everything here. So okay, I'll disconnect this. Oh, got wires everywhere. Okay, so as you can see, the capacitor is recovering. Now it's only 55 millivolts. It's not a big deal. So where are we going? Okay, so I want to connect positive to positive. I don't know why I'm negative. Oh, that's what's going on. The other side of the resistor, I'll connect to the other side of the capacitor. And let's see here. I'm on set. I have it at 400 volts. And that capacitor's still recovering, 168 or so. Okay, I'll turn it on. It'll take a couple minutes there, or a couple seconds, and then it should kick in. There she goes. She's ramping up the voltage. So, okay, again, it's at about a little over 7 milliamps. I have it set for 8 milliamps. I had the voltage, I don't know if I explained that, I had the voltage at 400, and what you'll notice is even though voltage says 84, it's 63. It's off by about 30 volts due to the voltage drop across the limiting resistor. So the true voltage on the capacitor right now is about 92 volts, 96 volts or whatever. So I don't know if anybody's watched any of my other videos, but what I'm doing right now is I'm reforming a 350 volt DC capacitor. I don't want to move those leads. Yeah, I'm reforming a 350 volt DC capacitor. Right now the power supply is at 186. The actual voltage on the capacitor is 170, say, and climbing. The milliamps is starting to waver there a little bit there at 7 milliamps. Like I say, I have the limit set at 8, which is really nothing for this capacitor. This capacitor is probably used to dealing with a lot higher amperage ratings when it comes to charging and discharging, depending on what service it was intended to. Okay, now the current is starting to waver quite a bit, and for some reason it does seem to do that around 260 or so, and when it gets around 300 she's going to do it quite a bit. And yeah, it's 286 right now. The power supply is outputting 324. The milliamps seem to have dropped to 6, and like I say, it's bouncing all over the place. Okay, it's power supply just limited it to 8 milliamps again, and it's stabilizing a little better. Okay, we're up to 340 right now, and the power supply is pretty well just hit 400 volts now, and the voltmeter says it's still charging, and it still is charging, so I'm just going to turn that off. It did reach 350 and it was climbing. So let's see here. So for starters, I'll disconnect it. And it's sitting at, it's dropping, discharging, probably discharging through the meter. So alright, so now I'll again turn up the ohms rating on the resistance substitution box, and I will start discharging the capacitor again. So it is slowly discharging the capacitor, and it's really discharging it quite slowly. We'll drop it down to 4.7K. I should actually have something where I could just switch over and use the same ammeter to find out what the current is that I'm discharging at. I suppose I could hook up another meter or something, but anyhow. So this seems to be working very good for this power supply now. I have a limiting resistor of 6 kilo ohms, and now I'm able to have no problem reforming and putting a charge on this capacitor at the rated charge of 300. Well, it was up to 370 or so, but it goes to a max of 400. So I brought it up close to that. So now I am discharging it. Actually, yeah, okay, I'll discharge it. That's fine. Alright, that's the end of this video. if people are having a little problem with power supplies and limiting current, just remember that a resistor in series will limit your current. So that's your best bet to keep your milliamps down while reforming your capacitor. Everybody have a great day. Cheers.